Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EasyTalk English. I'm Linda, and I'm really happy you're here with us today. If you want to improve your English while talking about real-life topics that truly matter, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about something very real, something that happens to almost everyone.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Let me ask you something. Do you ever do something you don't want to do and later regret it? Maybe you say something in anger, or you delay something important, and afterward you think, why did I do that?
Yes, that's a very common experience. Many people struggle with self-control. Sometimes we lose control of our emotions or actions. We say things we shouldn't say, or we follow our feelings instead of making better choices.
I can definitely relate to that. There are moments when I react too quickly, and I don't stop to think first. And later, I feel bad about it.
Exactly. When we don't have self-control, it often leads to regret. Impulsive actions we do without thinking, can create problems in our daily life.
So it's not that we don't know what's right. Sometimes we know exactly what we should do, but we still don't do it.
Yes, and that's the key idea. Self-control is not something you're born with. It's a skill. And like any skill, you can learn it and improve it over time.
That's a very encouraging thought. It means we can change, step by step.
Exactly. And in today's episode, we're going to explore this topic in a simple and practical way.
We'll talk about what self-control really is, why it's difficult, how it affects your life, and how you can improve it.
And here's something important to remember. Sometimes you know what's right, but you still don't do it.
And before we begin, if you enjoy learning English through real conversations like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to EasyTalk English.
All right, let's get started. You know, Alex, one situation where I really notice this problem is with small daily habits. For example, sometimes I eat more than I planned, or I delay something important even when I know I should do it.
Yes, I understand that. For me, it often happens when I'm emotional. Sometimes I say things in anger, and I don't think carefully before I speak.
Exactly. In those moments, it feels like you lose control. You can say, I lose control, when your actions are stronger than your thinking.
Yes, and the difficult part is what happens after. When I calm down, I feel bad about what I said. I start thinking, I shouldn't have said that.
That's very common. You can say, I feel bad later when you regret your actions. It's like you understand the situation better after it's already finished.
Exactly. And sometimes I feel like I don't stop myself in the moment. I know I should pause, but I don't.
Yes, that's a very real experience. You can say, I don't stop myself when you act without thinking. It's like your reaction is faster than your awareness.
And for me, I react quickly, especially when I'm stressed or tired. I don't take time to think, and I just respond immediately.
Exactly. You can say, I react quickly when you respond without thinking carefully. And this often leads to actions that we regret later.
Yes, and that's why I really want to change. I don't want to repeat the same mistakes again and again.
That's a very important step, wanting to change. You can say, I want to change when you are ready to improve yourself.
I think many people feel the same way. They know what to do, but it's still difficult to do it.
Yes, and that leads to a very simple but powerful idea. You know what to do, but you don't do it.
That sentence really explains the problem clearly.
Yes, and once you understand that, you can start to change it step by step.
Simple idea, but very real.
Exactly.
So, Linda, after talking about our experiences, I think we should start with a simple but important question. What exactly is self-control? We use this word a lot, but I feel like not everyone really understands what it means in real life.
That's a great question, Alex. In a simple way, self-control means controlling your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. It's the ability to pause for a moment and choose what you do, instead of reacting automatically. When you have self-control, you are more aware of yourself.
So it's not just about what you do, but also how you think and how you feel. That makes sense because everything's connected. If your thoughts are not clear, your actions may not be good either.
Exactly. That's why one important part of self-control is thinking before acting. Instead of reacting immediately, you give yourself time to understand the situation. You can say, I think before I act when you make that conscious choice.
I really like that idea, but I think it's also very challenging. When emotions are strong, it feels almost impossible to stop and think. That's when I usually react quickly without realizing it.
Yes, that's very true. And that's why self-control takes practice. Another important part is staying calm even in difficult moments. You can say, I stay calm when you don't let your emotions take over.
So instead of reacting quickly, you pause and choose your response more carefully. That sounds simple, but it actually requires a lot of awareness.
Exactly. You can also say, I don't react quickly when you control your reaction. This helps you avoid saying or doing things that you might regret later.
And I think a very clear sentence is, I control myself, when you manage your behavior in a difficult situation. It's simple, but it shows a lot of strength.
Yes, and it's important to remember that self-control is not about being perfect. It's not about stopping all emotions. It's about understanding your emotions and choosing how to respond.
That makes a lot of sense. It feels more realistic because we can't always control how we feel, but we can learn to control what we do.
Exactly. And once you understand this idea, you can start building self-control step by step.
Simple idea, but very powerful.
Yes, always.
So, Linda, now that we understand what self-control is, I think the next question is why it's so difficult. In theory, it sounds simple, just pause and think, but in real life, it feels much harder.
That's a very honest observation, Alex. One big reason is strong emotions. When emotions like anger, stress, or excitement become intense, they can take over your thinking. In those moments, it becomes very difficult to stay calm and make a careful decision.
Yes, I've definitely experienced that. When I feel strong emotions, I don't think clearly anymore. I can say I feel strong emotions, and then suddenly I act quickly without really thinking about the consequences.
Exactly. And after that, you may realize what happened and feel regret. You can say, I regret it later, when you understand your mistake after the moment has passed.
That's very true. And another reason I notice is habit. Some behaviors become automatic because we repeat them many times.
Yes, habits are very powerful. When something becomes a habit, your brain does it without thinking. That's why you can say, I can't stop, even when you know it's not the best choice.
I think bad habits are especially difficult. For example, procrastinating or reacting quickly can become something you do without realizing it.
Exactly. And another important reason is instant pleasure. People often choose what feels good now instead of what is good for the future.
Yes, that's very real. Sometimes I choose something easy or enjoyable, even if I know it's not the right decision. It feels good in the moment, but not later.
Exactly. Your mind prefers comfort and quick rewards. That's why self-control feels difficult. It goes against that natural tendency.
So it's not just about willpower. It's about emotions, habits, and how our mind works.
Yes, all of these factors make self-control challenging, but understanding them helps you become more aware.
That makes a lot of sense. It's easier to improve when you understand the reasons behind the problem.
Exactly. And once you understand these reasons, you can start to change your behavior step by step.
Simple idea, but very helpful.
Yes, always.
So, Linda, we understand why self-control is difficult, but how does a lack of self-control actually affect our lives? What happens when we don't manage our actions well?
That's a very important question, Alex. One of the biggest effects is on your decisions. When you don't have self-control, you often act quickly without thinking carefully. You can say, I make bad decisions, when your choices are not helpful in the long term.
Yes, I've experienced that many times. In the moment, the decision feels right, but later I realize it was not a good choice. That's when I start to feel regret.
Exactly. You can say, I feel regret, when you understand that your action was not the best one. This feeling can happen again and again if the pattern doesn't change.
I think another big effect is on relationships. When I react too quickly or speak without thinking, it can hurt other people.
Yes, that's very true. When emotions take over, you may say things you don't really mean. You can say, I hurt others, when your words or actions affect someone negatively.
And sometimes the problem is not just one moment. It can affect the relationship over time if it happens often.
Exactly. Repeated actions can create distance between people. That's why self-control is very important in communication.
I also think it affects goals. When I don't control my habits, I don't follow my plans. I delay things or choose something easier.
Yes, that's another important point. Without self-control, it becomes difficult to stay consistent. You may start something, but you don't continue.
So even if I have a goal, I don't make progress because I don't manage my actions well.
Exactly. And in many of these situations, you can say, I lose control when your actions don't match your intentions.
That really explains it well. You know what you want, but your behavior goes in a different direction.
Yes, and that creates frustration. It affects your decisions, your relationships, and your goals.
That makes a lot of sense. It's not just one small problem. It affects many areas of life.
Exactly. And once you understand this, you can start to improve step by step.
Simple idea, but very powerful.
Yes, always.
So, Linda, even when we understand the problem and want to change, it still feels very difficult. I've had many moments where I told myself I would do better, but I still repeated the same behavior. Why is change so hard?
That's a very real experience, Alex. One big reason is habit. When you repeat something many times, it becomes a pattern in your mind. You don't need to think about it anymore. It just happens automatically.
Yes, I can relate to that. Sometimes I don't even realize what I'm doing until it's already done. It feels like I'm acting without thinking.
Exactly. You can say, I act without thinking when your behavior happens automatically. That's why habits are so powerful. They don't need your attention.
And in those moments, it's hard to stop. I can say I can't stop myself because the action feels stronger than my control.
Yes, that's a very important point. When a habit is strong, it feels like you have no control. But it's not because you are weak, it's because the pattern is very deep.
I also think emotions play a big role. When I feel emotional, I don't think clearly. I just react.
Exactly. You can say, I feel emotional when your feelings are strong. In those moments, logic becomes weaker and emotions take control.
That's when I have those moments where I think, I knew it was wrong, but I still did it. It's frustrating because I understand the situation, but I still make the same choice.
Yes, that's a very honest moment. It shows the difference between knowing and doing. Understanding something doesn't always mean you can act on it immediately.
So it's not just about knowledge, it's about breaking patterns and managing emotions.
Exactly. Change is hard because habits are automatic, behaviors repeat, and emotions are strong. All of these make it difficult to act differently.
That makes a lot of sense. It helps me understand why change takes time.
Yes, and once you understand this, you can be more patient with yourself.
Simple idea, but very real.
Exactly.
So, Linda, after understanding why self-control is difficult, I think the most important question is, how can we actually improve it? It feels challenging, but I believe there must be practical steps we can follow.
Yes, absolutely, Alex. The first and most important step is to pause before acting. Even a small pause can create space between your emotion and your action. You can say, I pause, when you give yourself a moment to stop and think.
I really like that idea because it sounds simple but powerful. If I pause, even for a few seconds, I can think more clearly. I can say, I think first, instead of reacting immediately.
Exactly. And that leads to the next step, awareness. You need to notice what you are feeling and what you are about to do. Awareness helps you understand yourself better and make better choices.
Yes, I think awareness is very important. When I am aware, I can see my emotions more clearly. It's like I have more control over the situation.
Exactly. And another helpful step is building small habits. You don't need to change everything at once. Small actions repeated every day can slowly create better patterns.
That makes a lot of sense. Instead of trying to be perfect, I can focus on small improvements. I can say I improve slowly and feel okay with progress.
Yes, that's the right mindset. And the last step is practice. Self-control is a skill, so you need to practice it regularly. Each time you choose to pause or think first, you are strengthening that skill.
So even small moments matter. Every time I control my actions, I become a little stronger.
Exactly. You can say, I control my actions when you make a conscious decision instead of reacting automatically.
I really like this approach.
It feels simple, realistic, and possible to follow.
Yes, and that's the key idea. Pause, be aware, build small habits, and practice every day.
Simple steps, but very powerful.
Exactly. All right, now let's review some important vocabulary from today's episode. These words will help you talk about self-control, your actions, and your emotions in a simple and natural way.
Yes, and as always, try to repeat after us and think about how you can use these words in your daily life. These are very useful when you describe your behavior and decisions.
The first word is control. Control means the ability to manage your actions or emotions. For example, I want more control, or I control my actions.
Next is emotion. Emotion means a feeling like anger, happiness, or stress. You can say, I feel strong emotions, or my emotions affect my actions.
The next word is habit. A habit is something you do regularly, often without thinking. For example, it's a habit, or I want to change my habits.
Another important word is react. React means to respond quickly to something. You can say, I react quickly, or I try not to react immediately.
Next is decision. A decision is a choice you make. For example, I make a decision, or I make better decisions now.
The next word is regret. Regret means feeling bad about something you did. You can say, I regret it, or I feel regret later.
Next is pause. Pause means to stop for a short time before acting. For example, I pause, or I pause before I act.
And finally, we have the word improve. Improve means to become better. You can say, I improve, or I improve slowly.
These words are simple, but they are very powerful when you talk about self-control and personal growth.
Yes, and the more you use them, the easier it becomes to express yourself clearly in English.
So take your time, repeat them, and try to use them in your daily conversations whenever you can. All right, now it's time for a short speaking practice. This is your moment to use English, not just listen. Try to relax, speak slowly, and don't worry about making mistakes. The goal is to help you feel more confident talking about self-control.
Yes, take your time and follow along with us. You can pause after each sentence and repeat it out loud. Speaking step by step like this will really help you build confidence.
Let's begin. Repeat after us. I want self-control. I pause before I act. I think first. I stay calm. I improve every day.
Great job! These sentences are simple, but they are very powerful. They help you express your intentions and build better habits.
Now let's try a couple of questions. Take a moment to think about your answer, and then say it out loud in your own words. When do you lose control? What helps you stay calm?
You can keep your answers simple. For example, you can say, I lose control when I feel angry, or taking a deep breath helps me stay calm.
Yes, just speak naturally, no pressure. This is your space to practice, grow, and become better step by step.
As we come to the end of today's episode, let's take a moment to slow down and reflect. Self-control is something we all struggle with at times, and that's completely normal. If you've ever felt like you lost control, you're not alone.
Yes, exactly. The most important thing to remember is that self-control is a skill. It's not something you either have or don't have. You can learn it, and you can improve it over time.
I really like that idea because it makes change feel possible. You don't need to fix everything at once. Small steps can make a big difference.
Exactly. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to control every moment. You just need to pause, even for a few seconds, and that can change your action.
Yes, that pause is very powerful. It gives you time to think, to understand your feelings, and to choose a better response.
Before we finish, let's take a quiet moment and think about this question.
What is one moment you want more control?
It can be something small or something important. Just notice it and be honest with yourself.
And if you feel comfortable, you can share it with us in the comments. You can write, one thing I want to control is, and complete the sentence in your own way.
And if this episode helped you understand yourself a little better, don't forget to like this video so more people can feel supported too.
And subscribe to Easy Talk English if you want to keep learning English through real-life conversations like this.
All right, that's all for today. Remember, control your actions
And you control your life.